others is an art, not always easy or obvious, and nothing replaces experience. Each country has special challenges, special needs to consider: the degree of local talent and sophistication, shipping and customs red tapes, local suppliers, ethnic traditions, government cooperation. In time of need, someplace in the world, how do you best approach supplying those with the needs, being practical, efficient, and also cost-effective? Well, here's a proven scenario that works. Once a decision has been made to help someone in distress someplace, and an informed decision has been made as to what they need, the ideal thing is a partnership between 1, a donor, 2, a provider, and 3, an in-country NGO. The donor provides the funding and will understandably expect the biggest bang for their buck and expect the shipment to be worthwhile. The provider of the goods to be sent needs to be someone with the experience to appreciate what humanitarian goods work and are appropriate. And also, they need to have the ability to warehouse and pack and prepare the goods for shipment. People with this kind of expertise to help make these decisions and adjustments are a rare and valuable asset. We at Deseret International lean heavily on the expertise of Globus Relief, a most capable, experienced, and far-sighted partner. Third, the distributor. Ideally, you want to use an established and experienced local organization, an NGO, that can also help to determine what is needed and what is practical to send. Then they can handle the shipment after delivery and control the distribution. And ideally, they'll continue to oversee its use. We would like them to have a degree of ownership. If Deseret International is acting as the local NGO, we try to establish a program where we are facilitating the locals to do the actual charity work. We monitor the progress, and this may require establishing a local board and making frequent on-site visits. Following the aforementioned guidelines, let's look at a project involving a collaboration between the Semnani Foundation, the Wichita Falls Medical Society, Globus Relief, and Deseret International. Case in point, Pakistan. In the summer of 2010, they suffered major 100-year floods, which resulted in widespread destruction. Farmland was ravaged, crops and orchards ruined, bridges washed away. Anything built of the typical mud bricks melted into nothing, and tens of thousands of the poor were displaced and living in refugee camps, and winter on its way. These usually self-sufficient people needed extra help, and the following items were immediately available and seemed appropriate to send. Antibiotics. We had a popular broad spectrum available to us with good shelf life and enough doses for almost 500,000 people. We work with the local doctors to monitor the distribution of this medicine. Most clinics or medical offices were eager to have medicine to hand out to those in need, and they know best who those needy patients are. Number 2, woolen blankets. We had over 9,000 available to us immediately, and they're ideal for a country where traditionally blankets are used to wrap around the body in place of winter coats. Village elders or displaced people's camp directors have the best handle on who needs the most relief, and distribution needs to be handled in an organized and efficient manner. People need to be pre-selected. And whatever we do, we need to avoid a mob scene and maintain a sense of dignity. Number 3, school books. We had a large supply of brand new English school books, and English is considered the national language in Pakistan. Previous major earthquakes and now floods had destroyed hundreds of schools and their books. We would invite the local school teachers and administrators to make the selections for their school needs once our books have arrived. Every kid is excited about a new book, maybe the first new book they've ever held. Number 4, we also had the basic equipment available to us for creating 2 new eye centers, which would be placed in areas which have been devastated by flood and earthquake and where they are desperately needed, and where local doctors are involved and part of the program, committed to search out and help the poor. These eye clinics will serve populations of over 3 million people, where nothing exists now. Eye cases such as cataracts, so common in every country, are a special entity, and today the blind can be cured by a 15-minute procedure done as an outpatient. Once the clinics are up and running, Deseret will continue to supply the consumables so that they'll be able to continue in operation for many years. I'm grateful that the people of my country seem to be in the forefront of doing humanitarian acts, wanting to act wisely, and to get the right stuff to the right people. In this case, in Pakistan, by a collaborative effort of several people, several groups, with medicines, blankets, books, and medical care, maybe it all came together. I think it did. And it'll make their world a little better. No, maybe a lot better.